All right, it's day 43, and we're here in Holy Week going through the last little bit of kind of the book of Mark, heading into the crucifixion and the resurrection. And so this is kind of part two of the teaching that Jesus had starting yesterday, where he's teaching the disciples about the end times, and he's talking to them about how things are going to get scary before he returns. And as I mentioned yesterday, it's like ripped from today's headlines. The things he talks about are so relevant, so present in today's society, in our world today, between the church and politics, government, and natural disasters, and so many other ways. And Jesus is just encouraging them. He's trying to warn them, but also not have them be filled with fear. He also doesn't want them to quit. And today we're in chapter 13, verses 24 through 37. And what he's saying here is he's saying, look on, be on guard, watch out. And what I find is a lot of times you have churches, at least in the Western world, in America, primarily, I don't know about here in Australia, but you have churches that often are on one side or the other of this. The study that we'd call eschatology, the study of end times. It seems like some churches spend all their time talking about eschatology, and they spend all their time talking about prophecy and trying to discern the times and all of that. And then you have other churches that just really avoid it altogether. Like the last thing they want to do is have a series on the book of Revelation. And I think Jesus is saying here, like, no, we need to be ready. And being ready means also being able to read the times, like being able to understand the times that we live in. He says in verse 32, it's a crazy thing that he says here. He says, however, no one knows the day or hour when these things will happen, not even the angels in heaven or the Son himself. Only the Father knows. And since you don't know when that time will come, be on guard, stay alert. And so crazy to think that even Jesus wouldn't know when the time for his return is. But what he's saying here is he's saying, it's not just be alert, it's not just be ready, but you can watch the times. You're not going to know the hour, you're not going to know the day. And there are a lot of people who've written books and had prophecies about the day and the hour that Jesus was going to return. And of course, they've all been wrong. So we're not setting times here, but we are educating ourselves. We're looking into books of prophecy. We're paying attention to what's happening in the news. And we're seeing these things develop. Like Jesus talks about it like birth pains. Like you can you're not going to know exactly the minute when that baby's born, but you can see the signs for sure, and you know when it's about to happen. Just, I think, in these times, as you read the news, don't be anxious, stay in, be alert, and stay close to Jesus. God bless you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.